Drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats will strike first here in this wild card matchup. We always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of, and here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year, and look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach has all rhetorical skills around point.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. He's got Mason complete. Pushing his way through. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Now Jones Throwing on first down. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 19. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Blankenship out to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jones on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that player.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that's caught left side by the tight end, Keene. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. Second down and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this returnable for Hines. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 14 yards. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown. New England. Jalen Guyton, 71 yards. And the Patriots on one play have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with third long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. One
quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Quiddy Pay. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Able to fight through one tackle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 26 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now Jones throwing on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones complete. Smith has it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try to run with Harris. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. The return man is Grant. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. To throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. He's back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.